just like a real theater. See, there we have the curtain, the background, the foreground and all. No artificial scenery is needed. The eye travels direct to the back of the lake and rests on the horizon. The curtain shall be raised as the moon rises at 8:30. Of course, the whole effect will be ruined if Nina is late. She should be here by now, but her mother and father watch her so closely, it's like stealing her away from prison to get her away from home. Why is my mother out of temper? Because she's jealous and bored. She's not acting this evening, but Nina is, and so she set herself against me, against the performance of this play, and against the play itself, without ever having read it. Yes, she is furious because Nina's going to have a success on this little stage. My mother is a psychological curiosity. Without doubt, brilliant, talented, capable of sobbing over a novel, of reciting all of Nekrasso's poetry by heart, and of treating the sick like an angel of heaven. But you should see if anyone begins praising Eleanor Deuce to her. She alone must be praised over and written about. Her marvelous acting in Les Dames au Camélon, extolled to the skies. As she cannot get all that rubbish here in the country, she grows peevish and cross, and things roll against her, and to blame for it all. She is superstitious too. She dreads burning 3 candles and fears the 13th day of the month. And then she's stingy. I know for a fact that she has 70,000 rubles in a bank in Odessa. But she's ready to burst into tears if you ask her to lend you a penny. She loves me. She loves me not. She loves me. She loves me not. Loves me not. She loves me not. She loves me not. She loves me not. You see, she doesn't even love me. And why should she? She likes life and love and gay clothes, and I'm already 25 years old. A sufficient reminder to her that she's no longer young. And when I'm away, she's 32. In my presence, she's 43, and she hates me for that. She knows, too, that I despise the modern drama. She adores it and thinks she's acting on it for the benefit of humanity and her sacred arts. But to me, the theater is merely a vehicle of convention and prejudice. When the curtain rises in that little 3-walled room, those mighty geniuses, those high priests of art show us people in the act of eating, loving, drinking, and wearing their coats in an attempt to extract a moral from their insipid talk. When the writers give us under 1,000 different stories, the same old stuff, then I must run from it like Maupassant ran from the Eiffel Tower that was about to crush him with his vulgarity. We can't do without a theater. We must have it under a new form. If we can't do that, let us rather not have it at all. I love my mother. I love her devotedly, but she leads a stupid life. She always has this man of hers on her mind, and the newspapers are frightening her to death, and I'm tired of it. Plain human egoism sometimes speaks in my heart, and I regret that my mother is a famous actress. I think I would be a happier man if she were an ordinary woman. What could be more intolerable and foolish than my position when I find myself the only non-entity in the room of her guests, all celebrated authors and artists? I think that they only endure me because I'm her son. Personally, I am nothing. I'm nobody. And in my passport, you may read that I'm simply a citizen of Kiev. So was my father, but he was a well-known actor. When the celebrities that frequent my mother's drawing room deign to notice me at all, I know that they only look at me to measure my insignificance. I read their thoughts and suffer from humiliation. And Trigorin is clever, simple, well-mannered, and a little, I might say, melancholic in disposition. Though still under 40, he's surfeited with praise. As for his stories, well, how shall I put it? They are pleasing, full of talent, but if you've read Tolstoy or Zola, you somehow don't enjoy Trigorin. Oh, I hear footsteps. Oh, even the sound of her footsteps is music to me. I'm madly happy. My enchantress, my girl of dreams. I have talked a great deal about new forms of art, but I feel myself gradually slipping into the beaten track. The play card cried it from the wall. Pale face in a frame of dusky hair. Cried, frame. This is stupid. I shall begin again, from the place where my hero is wakened by the noise of the rain. But what follows must go. This description of a moonlit night is long and stilted. Trigorin has worked out a process of his own, and descriptions are easy for him. He writes that the neck of a broken bottle laying in the bank glittered in the moonlight, and that the shadows lay black under the mill wheel. There you have a moonlit night before your eyes. But I speak of the shimmering light, the twinkling stars, this distant sound of a piano melting into the still and scented air. And the result is excruciating. The conviction is gradually forcing itself upon me that good literature is not a question of forms, new or old, but of ideas that must pour freely from the author's heart, without his bothering about any forms whatsoever. Who's there? Nina? Nina? She loves me not. She loves me not. Loves me not. Loves me not. I don't know if she loves me. Not anymore. If so, she sure has a weird fucking way of showing it. I know she's my mother, so what? You really think every mother loves her son? You don't think that deep down a lot of them kind of, hate them? All the sacrifices, all the energy, the money and time. My uncle had to deal with his little sister since she was born. He would agree with me. Mother doesn't for 1 second want to think about the fact that she has a grown kid. Dying buttocks can't make me go away. The math of me. I mean, she had me at 19, not 9. So if I'm this old, then she has to be that old. And she just kind of hates me for that. And I hate the art she makes. All those stupid, awful movies and those ridiculous plays she does. Mrs. Winthrop's Cats or Turn on a Sixpence or whatever the fuck. We need new kinds of theater, new forms. I mean, fuck! Do you have any idea what's passing itself off as a theater these days? Do you ever go? No, I know you think you should, but do you ever, of your own free will? I mean, this theater, this one where we're doing this show right now, this one is better than most, maybe. Who knows anymore? But Christ, what they're doing to Shakespeare these days to make him accessible. And those tiny, tepid, clevery little plays that are being produced by terrified theaters, trying to keep ancient Jews and gay men and retired academics who did plays in high school trickling in their doors. But seriously, good Christ, we need new forms, new passions, new ideas, something real, you know? What the fuck's the point? Okay, I admit, Cirque du Soleil is wonderful, but nothing changed. Nothing in me, nothing in the world. Nothing. It's like a hand job of the theater. Sure, nice, fine, there's some pleasure involved, but nothing worthwhile has been exchanged or has transpired. Nothing real, you know? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Why do I want to change the world? Have you seen the world lately? Like actually seen it. Stupidity, greed, corporate dominance. Selfishness, neediness, achieving new heights never before even imagined. Old forms of everything, always being called new, but never actually being new. Technologies and media onslaughts and breakfast cereals appealing with assassin-like accuracy to every worst impulse human beings have been subterraneanly cultivating for the past 10,000 years. Why do I want to change the world? Because it needs changing! And once upon a time, somewhere, maybe in Eastern Europe, or at least the Eastern Europe of my imagination, the theater was something that could be some tiny part of that. And it has got to find its way to be that again, or it should go the way of the dodo and the bell bottom and just go away. You know what fucking sucks about a little success? It just feels like a setup for a new kind of failure. A more painful kind. Because now instead of just my family, I'll get to have, you know, perfect strangers judging and pitying me too. My fucking play. Not an original thought in it. It's practically a fucking love story, for fuck's sake. Full of people just angsting and whining and going on and on and on about whatever the fuck I was thinking of at the time. I mean, new forms? Why? Why new forms? How about this for an idea? Just do the old forms better. Who am I to change them? Aren't there reasons that protagonists and antagonists and rising actions and climaxes have been around for thousands of years? Trigorin stories are sharp, clean, smart, efficient. Yes, I've read them. I've read everything the motherfucker's ever written, pretty much, before and after he met my mother. I was lying to Nina when I told her I hadn't. Of course I was. What do you think? My mother's fucking shacked up with a great fucking writer. Maybe one of the great writers of our time. And I'm just not going to read his books or stories? Are you crazy? Nina's been here for a fucking week. A week. I tried to see her. She wouldn't see me. We haven't seen each other in a long time. I tried before. Followed her. What a fucking idiot. But I couldn't not. I couldn't not. Haven't you ever not been able to not? It sucks. And it's dangerous. Fuck it. Stop the cameras. Stop the cameras. Are we done? Great. Well, I might as well go ahead and shoot myself. What? Oh, nothing.